Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. Really happy you could join me. I'm Greg Parry. And I wanted to ask you a question. Are you one of those individuals that sometimes really loses their temper? You know, things boil over, they bubble up, and you're like a volcano erupting with fury. I've known people like it. I'm familiar with the concept in my own life and my own family. But I wanted you to take a moment just to consider how that outburst of fury is affecting you, how it's affecting your health, your well-being, and think about some of the feelings that you're left with in the wake of the eruption. We rarely feel good when we've had these kind of explosive outbursts of anger. We could also talk about the way that sometimes we suppress and retain the anger till it gnaws away at our souls and we just feel that, oh, we're going to explode. I'd love you to be able to consider a better alternative. Sometimes when we're tired, it's very, very difficult to control our emotions. When we're under a lot of pressure, it's very challenging to be able to keep a cork on the genie of fury that wants to pop out and destroy half the planet in its destructive urge for vengeance and sometimes just to be heard. The consequences for you are really good. And if we stop about, just think about the way that our emotions are affecting the people that we direct our anger towards, well, it's clearly not doing them any good either. But if you can learn how to pause, yeah, it's a habit, to learn just to interrupt the flow of this habit, to take one piece out of the chain that links all of these feelings together, that leads to an accumulative effect of anger. You stop and you pause, you ask yourself, what if I don't get angry? Ask yourself, what if I decide to feel differently? What if I decide to breathe? What if I decide just to take a deep breath? What if I decide to turn around and just take a few steps away and give myself some space to breathe and think? You step back into control. You're able to make more rational decisions. You might even start laughing because quite often the things that really drive us crazy are things that we could easily laugh at as well. But I want you to be able to use this technique to diffuse the anger, because people that I've counselled who have this particular tendency usually feel terrible afterwards. They feel embarrassed, they sometimes feel guilt or shame, and they feel very much that they've lost control. And I would like you to be able to maintain a sense of calm, balance, taking a step back, take a deep breath, use this mindfulness technique we refer to so often to keep in control, not by suppressing the anger, but by understanding it. And then you've got a perfect opportunity to channel the energy in a more constructive and more positive way without losing that sense of control. Does that sound familiar to you? I'm probably not the first person to suggest it, but I hope that the message will resonate at some level and encourage you to take a more positive attitude towards your anger so that you don't waste time explaining and apologising and trying to undo the damage we do to our health and our well-being. Always delighted if you let me know what you think, what you feel. I love your suggestions, and I'm going to be back with you again tomorrow, and I'd love to wish you a wonderful, stress-free day.